Schizophrenia affects roughly 1% of the world population. It's characterized by three main sets of symptoms. You have positive symptoms, such as hallucinations and delusions. You have negative symptoms, such as a lack of emotion. And then you also have cognitive symptoms. These are impairments in memory and anxiety. Now, over the years, we have tried to find a billion different genes to try to figure out the cause of schizophrenia, and we've yet to get there. However, one gene over and over and over has been associated with schizophrenia, dysbindin. Variations in this gene result in a lot of schizophrenia-like symptoms, even in normal controls, just not quite to the same severity. You have working memory deficits, so you don't really remember things quite as well as a person who doesn't have these variations. You have white matter problems, so the connections in your brain that allow your brain regions to talk to each other, those are impaired with this variations in this disease. And you also have problems with anxiety with the variations in this gene. So what's interesting is that there's another downstream effect of having variations in this gene. You have decreases in the copper transporters CTR1 and ATP7A. CTR1 and ATP7A are responsible for taking copper out of your bloodstream, across your blood-brain barrier, and up to your brain. Now, this is incredibly important because every single one of you right now, as you're listening to me, is using copper. Without it, you cannot function, essentially. It's crucially involved in the energy synthesis in your brain, or ATP. So you know that feeling when you're tired, you're hungry, you kind of have that weak, foggy feeling, you're not really quite thinking the way that you know you could if you'd had that cup of coffee and that sandwich for lunch. If you don't have copper, you feel that way all the time because the energy isn't being synthesized in order for your brain to use it. Also, copper is incredibly important for those white matter connections that I talked about earlier. Without it, your different parts of your brain can't talk to one another, and you wouldn't actually know that I was here talking to you right now. Additionally, if you don't have copper, you have problems in memory. You don't remember how things function quite the same way. So but what's interesting is that people in schizophrenia, no one has looked at copper and schizophrenia before now. They've taken the blood of a person with schizophrenia and they said, there's too much copper there, we're done, that's the end of the story. However, I thought, what if there's too much copper in the blood of a person with schizophrenia because it's not getting up to the brain where it needs to go? So I took the postmortem brains of people with schizophrenia and I checked them for these copper transporters, ATP7A and CTR1. And what I found was remarkable. People with schizophrenia have significantly less of these two proteins than a normal control does. This means that the copper they take in isn't getting transported across their blood-brain barrier and it's getting stuck in their blood. So it's not getting up to their brain where it needs to be. This would result in energy deficits, that tired feeling, memory impairments, and it would also result in the deficits in the white matter that you see in people with schizophrenia. And it would also result in that excess copper in the blood. So my research focuses on this to try to find a cure for people with schizophrenia. Thank you.